the demerits of this method. As I already told you the merits of this method, we will move on to the demerits of this method. सबसे पहला demerit is the method is very costly. Now why census method is considered as very costly is because the method, in this method, the enumerator or the investigator have to move to each and every item in the universe personally and have to collect the data, and that is very costly and it is also very time consuming. Okay, the investigator has to actually put in lot of efforts to collect the data. अब सोचो जो enumerator हमारे घर आता है information के लिए during census, उसको कितना effort करना पड़ता होगा for the collection. Understood? Then when each and every person has to collect the data, each and every person has to provide the data to the investigator, we need a large manpower. And that is why most of the government teachers are being given the duty of collecting the census of in whenever it has been conducted. Last it was, as I told you, it was conducted in 2011. So duty लगती है government teachers की in helping in census. We need a large manpower. It is not easy to collect information about a country's population, and that is also such a diverse country. It is very difficult. Okay, now then the third is it cannot be applicable when the large size of universe is available. Understood? The universe size is very large, then you cannot apply census method because हमारी population के बारे में हमें deeply study करना होता है और क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा diversification है इसलिए census method apply होता है. Otherwise we could have done it through sample also, but because we are talking about economic development and everything is related to the country and its population, then definitely it has to be studied in a deep way. Understood? Hence it is not applicable in large size of universe. Understood? Any doubt? Now with this we have wrapped up with the census method. We will move on to the next method, as I already told you, and that is completely opposite of this census method, and that second method is called as sample method, or we call it as sampling. Okay, the second method of statistical inquiry that we are going to study is called as sample method. Understood? Now as I told you, it is a sample method. That means that all the universe will never be equal to the number of items of data collection. Now why it is like that? कि universe का सारा will not be equal to number of items of data collection because a small sample of items are taken from the universe for the data collection. Understood? So that means the complete universe is not being taken as a data collection unit. Okay, we take a small sample of items from the universe for the data collection. Okay, now where it is possible, it is only possible where you do not need a deep investigation, where you do not need any extensive intensive investigation. यानी आपको इंटेंसिव इन्वेस्टिगेशन नहीं चाहिए, आपको डीपली डेटा को स्टडी नहीं करना है, आपको एक रैंडम सैंपल चाहिए और उसके लिए आपको ये सैंपल मेथड बहुत इजी होता है. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट रैंडम सैंपल, कैसे देखते हैं? मदर आपके किचन में कुक करती है, यस और नो, शी कुक्स राइस. ओके, कैसे पता चलेगा राइस पक गया या राजमा पक गया या दाल पक गया? शी put up the spoons in the cooker, she sees and she use the hand to just check. अगर एक दाल ऐसे हो जाती है, it gets into a paste form, then definitely she switches off the gas because from that universe to check each and every dal won't be possible. Yes or no? And there is very less diversification क्योंकि दाल तो सारी सेम ही है, right? Okay, and that is why she takes just a sample, that is 1 or 2 pieces of dal or 1 or 2 pieces of rice, and she checks off. Same ऐसा ही डॉक्टर करता है. While we are doing a blood test, the doctor does not take out the complete blood of the human body and then he keeps on testing. He just takes a small sample in the form of a blood sample and then he gives the test results. Understood? Any doubt? This is called as a sample method. So let us understand how we can check that हमें कौन सा method कहाँ apply करना है. So with this we will move on to the suitability of sample method. जब तक हम suitability नहीं पढ़ेंगे हमें पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि census method कहाँ suitable है और sample method कहाँ suitable है. Okay, so we are moving on to the suitability of sample method. Sorry. So when we are moving on to the suitability of sample method, okay, the first suitability is that the area is very large. Okay, the large area of data collection, where the area is comparatively very large, right? Then diversification is very less. Okay, so that means that items in the universe are broadly similar, यानी वो almost similar होते हैं. जैसे कि दाल का एग्जाम्पल था, राइट? तो कुकर के अंदर जो सारी दाल है वो यूनिवर्स हो गई, उसमें से हमने एक छोटा सा 2 सैंपल निकाल लिया स्पून में और उससे हमने आइटम चेक कर लिया, राइट? सो दैट इज ब्रॉडली सिमिलर. ओके, द लेवल ऑफ रिलायबिलिटी डेफिनेटली इट इज गोइंग टू बी वेरी लेस, क्योंकि आप एक्यूरेटली एक एक को नहीं पढ़ रहे हो. एंड एक्यूरेसी विल बी वेरी लो, यानी आप हाई एक्सपेक्ट नहीं कर सकते हो द लेवल ऑफ रिलायबिलिटी और द लेवल ऑफ accuracy. Okay, now high degree of accuracy you cannot expect, you cannot intensively use it. Okay, when the difference are, that is, it is very used where the things are very broadly similar. Okay, or the sample size is very large. It is a very easy method which is used in daily life. Okay, it is a method which is popularly used in daily life. Okay, now let us talk about the merits of the sample method. Now when we talk about the merits of the sample method, एक तो easy method है, बहुत easy है, ज़्यादा आपको one on one जाके interaction करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, आपको information लेने में बहुत कम time लगेगा and it is going to be a very economical, क्योंकि easy method है तो it is going to be very cheap and economical, which can be easily afforded. Economical यानी जो आपकी pocket friendly होता है थोड़ा सा method, that is called as economical method. Because it is economical, hence it is also a time saving method. बहुत time बच जाता है. The enumerator need not to go to each and every houses, just like census method. To collect the data, एक random sample उठाया, उससे हमने अपना data ले लिया. Understood? Third is identification of errors. Okay, identification of errors भी बहुत easily identify हो जाते हैं. Errors can easily be identified. अब आप कहोगे मैम कैसे identify होंगे? क्योंकि आपका जो number of items है जिससे आप data ले रहे हो, that is very small. Sample size तो बहुत बड़ा है, but जो data ले रहे हो वो 500 बच्चों का ही ले रहे हो 2000 में से. 500 बच्चों को तो हम easily check कर सकते हैं ना, तो वहाँ error जो है आपका level कम रहता है. Okay, the investigation happens only for the large area, तो large part type of investigation होता है. Okay, it is basically suited where the area or the sample size is the universe is very large. Okay, and when it is a large investigation, it is very easy for administrative convenience. जो admin department है जिसको sample survey कराना है उसके लिए बहुत convenient method है, ज़्यादा time consuming नहीं है and cheap भी है. Okay, and this is more scientific. Okay, why it is scientific? Because it can be conveniently investigated at various angles. आप अलग अलग तरीके से उसको investigate कर सकते हो. We have come to an end of the merits of the sample method. We have in fact checked out the suitability of the sample method. Now let us move on to the demerits of the sample method. अब नुकसान भी होगा, ऐसा तो नहीं है कि हर मेथड में pros and cons नहीं होंगे. Every method has a pros and cons. जहाँ आपका census method gives you a high amount of accuracy, on the same time sample method lacks that. Okay, where census method is quite a time consuming, definitely sample method is comparatively easy and economical, and it is very easy for the admin, that means who all are trying to conduct this method, उनके लिए बहुत easy है to keep a check over it. Okay, now when we talk about the demerits of this method, the first feature is that it is going to be a partial one. Why it is going to be a partial one? Because definitely when you are going to take a sample size, you may end up doing a biasness. You might collect a data which is not a appropriate one, क्योंकि आपको easy work करना होता है. Okay, sometimes आप ऐसा data collect कर लेते हो जो rule out हो चुका होता है, तो आपका जो conclusion आएगा that might also end up coming into be a wrong one. So that means that conclusion derived might not be an appropriate one. यानी appropriate होने के chances comparatively कम रहते हैं in case the sample that you have collected turns out to be a partial one. Understood? The third demerit is difficulty. You face a difficulty in choosing a sample. समझ में आ गया कि पूरे यूनिवर्स में से कौन सा किसको सैंपल लेना है, किसमें से डेटा कलेक्ट करना है, कहां से स्टडी करना है. इट इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट डिसीजन दैट यू नीड टू take. Okay, now when you are choosing a sample, okay, so first you have to choose a representative sample कि आपको represent किसको करना है, कौन सा डेटा लेना है. एक तो representative sample में प्रॉब्लम आती है, दूसरा उस सैंपल को फ्रेम करने में प्रॉब्लम आती है. that according to your data, आपके डेटा के हिसाब से आपको फ्रेम करना है. that is not going to be an easy one because you are taking almost similar objective. diversification बहुत कम है सैंपल मेथड में, और जब आप सिमिलर लोगों को लेते हो तो आप उस डेटा को डिफरेंटली फ्रेम करने में बहुत डिफिकल्टी फेस करते हो. अंडरस्टूड? नाउ व्हेन यू आर डूइंग दिस you need a specialized knowledge person. Okay, now when we are talking about sample study and we are talking about similar product study, कि आपका जो similarity level है that is comparatively very high, so you need a special people, basically the people who are well versed with statistical inquiry, the people who have lot of knowledge about the implication of this method or various techniques involved in this method also, so that you get a better output from your data collection. Understood? With this we have come to an end. We have finished off in the detailed study of sample method and the census method. Okay, thank you.